Hey guys, it's Unclejona here, and it's Sunday, and I'm glad to have you with me. Yeah, sorry I haven't done an upload for a few days. Well, probably a couple of days actually. I think I did one on Friday, but I have been out and about, and drunk many beers. I went out on Friday after work and had 5 or 6 beers, and then I went on Saturday, so yesterday, to the returning Faversham Hop Festival, which hasn't been on for the last couple of years because of the dreaded COVID. And oh my God, it was busier than I've ever seen it before. Absolutely ridiculous. And we bought some hops, of course we did. Um, had some beers, met up with a few friends. Yeah, and even had a green hop beer, which is, I guess a lot of people are doing it, but it's a big thing in Kent where I live. Um, and obviously you can't make green hop beers, or you can't make theoretically any hop beers until after the hop harvest. So I had my first beer yesterday from the 2022 hop harvest, and it was a Shepherd Neame beer. It was pretty good, pretty hoppy, pretty green, kind of like a Nettly kind of thing. But anyway, that's the excuse of why I haven't done an upload for a couple of days. Um, it is Sunday. I've got my MotoGP hat on. If you're into GPs, I watched Pecco Bagnaia narrowly win the Grand Prix over in Mugello, I think it was. An Italian winning the Italian Grand Prix. It is everyone. Well, I'm sure they'll be getting very drunk tonight. But that's not why you're here. You are here to watch the first of four. And I've had this for a while. I think I talked about it before, but I have a box of beers from the Cloudwater, which is a fantastic, fantastic brewery. And you can see, I'll cover that up because I'm really embarrassed. Hey, oh, hey, oh. It's a couple of months out of date, should I say. But they've done a collaboration box with 4 different brewers, and all sorts of goodness in there. And today we are doing this one, which you'll see in a minute is absolutely ridiculous. Good Karma, it's called, or Good Karma Beer Company. Holistically involved with good mind drinking, an ethos of wellness and positivity, and all that kind of jazz. Yes, you can see they do alcohol-free beers. Absolutely ridiculous. And actually, that can has, whoops, I should do it from the other side. There you go, 4 different beers. And they're the beers we're doing. So I think it's really good. But this first one is 0.5% of ABV. So yeah, I thought because I've been abusing my liver over the last couple of days, I do a lower volume beer. I don't usually buy them, but there it is, and it is proper psychedelic. I mean, look at that can; looks absolutely ridiculous. Oh look, that dude and all that jazz is the same. Oh, not that dude. That dude. That dude. Whoops, wherever it was. This dude will be another day, but today we are looking at this dude here with this beer. And I reckon they have probably used quite a lot of hops and all sorts of craziness, although it does not say too much. Brewed in Scotland. Wow, so this could have linked in to the other one. In fact, do you remember a few reviews ago, for those of you that are keeping track on these reviews, I said I had a box of beer that I was going to do review, and I actually thought that this Cloudwater box was by Brewgooder and not Cloudwater, meaning it would have been in Scotland. And I was in the supermarket earlier on today, and I did see the one that I thought it was, so I might buy that box and do that review later on. But for the moment, I've got loads and loads of beers. So let us go for this one today. Like I say, not anti low alcohol beers, but I just don't see the point. If you're going to buy a beer, you might as well have a beer with alcohol in. If you're driving, for example, or for some other reason, like for me, protecting my liver today, don't drink beer, have something else. Yeah, I kind of, well, we'll see what we get. So, because it's a bigger can, a 440, I am going to use this beer glass that I bought for my birthday, which was last month, and yeah, we will see what we get. Well, it looks reasonably fizzy. Let's go a bit more aggressive with the pouring of this. I mean, it looks like a beer. Looks very much like, oh dear. You see those? Some down here. We've got floaters, so well, they're fast floating down to the bottom. So looks like, to me, they look like little bits of hops, but it could be yeasties, perhaps. Because it's 0.5% and not actually described as fully alcohol free, I imagine that this has gone through the process that a normal beer would go through. So I'm sure it's got yeast in it. Anyway, under a finger's head, quarter of a finger's head, perhaps, of lovely white bubbles that are fast disappearing. But I have got lovely tropical fruit, like I would do from a really new style Nipa or something like that. So I'm also getting like a sharp grapefruit, or perhaps a lemony kind of pith, maybe, but I think this is the grapefruit. Yes, have they done that from using juice, perhaps, or have they done that by using certain types of hops? I do not know because it does not say on the can. But yeah, that's quite cool. Let's do one of these shots. And we'll see if we can work that into the upload somehow. Sometimes I forget to do that. You know what I'm like. Wow. Now that is very nice. It does taste very much like it's definitely a grapefruit, like a fizzy kind of grapefruit juice, I guess. Doesn't taste very hoppy, I have to say. So if someone did give me this, would I straight away think it was a beer? Probably not. They told me it was a beer. I'd be like, okay. Because of the 0.5% alcohol, and I think they have to say that so that people from certain religions or people that are keeping an eye on their alcohol, no matter how small, some people get very anal about having even a tiny amount of alcohol. And some soft drink manufacturers get in trouble because their drinks are fermented to some degree, even if it's 0.01% alcohol. Certain religions and people cannot drink it, which is fair enough, but you have to say things like that on your packaging. So this is why this is not called an alcohol-free beer, and it just says it's 0.5%. Could have called it a shandy or something like that. I don't know if everyone knows what a shandy means these days. This actually, I mean, it is slightly cloudy, so you could, I reckon, these people, Good Karma Beer Co, could go into the line of hard seltzers. This, I think, would probably do better as a hard seltzer than an actual beer, because it doesn't taste like beer. Although some people that are of my age and who are around and maybe drinking alcohol in, the late 80s, 90s, perhaps, would remember the rise of the Alco Pops. I guess that wasn't the 80s, that was more 90s. However, there was a big thing about Alco Pops, and they've been around for years, like they've been around for 20, 30 years. But um, hard seltzer seems to be, hard seltzer, this is a brand new thing. It isn't. It's been around for years. Alcoholic kind of soda or whatever you want to call it. And that's what I think I will probably describe this as opposed to a beer. Although, has it got hops in? Don't know. It is quite fizzy, so I'm sure it has been fermented, unless it's been force carbonated and literally have the carbonation pushed directly in there. But it's really nice and refreshing for a Sunday afternoon, which at least in the UK is probably going to be the last of the nice Sundays. Well, no, it's going to be the last nice day for a while, because it's going to absolutely pee down all week. It's absolutely going to piss on us. So yeah, we're not going to have an Indian summer, I don't think, this year, unless it's very late in September. But at the moment, today is absolutely gorgeous and lovely. Like I said, I need to be a bit careful because of those floaty bits. I don't know if you can see them floating. They're right at the bottom of this glass now, and I really don't know what they are. Don't. I think it might be just yeast matter, maybe. I thought initially it was kind of hop matter, but I don't think. It's kind of beginning to separate a little bit, and I don't think it's the same color as hops. I could compare. Maybe tomorrow I'll get my hop garland out. Perhaps we'll see. I don't know if my other half will like that, but what she doesn't know. Hey, wow, yeah, that's really refreshing and nice. Would I pay full price in a pub for that? No, not a chance. However, in a special edition box, the Cloudwater box, um, yeah, I might buy that again. The other beers, I have to say, are all 6% beers. So throwing a real low alcoholic one in there, especially to start with, was a good idea. Guys, this has been Uncle Jonah. If you've liked what you have heard today, please click like and subscribe. I usually do at least a video every other day, but every now and again, like the last couple of days, I haven't done an upload. So hey, I'm trying to drink and yeah, not overdo it, although I have this weekend, but I try and drink maybe one per evening and share it with you guys. So click like, click subscribe down below, hit the bell icon, because that way you will be notified if I upload a new beer, or a new review of a beer, I should say. And until tomorrow, you enjoy what's left of this summer. Cheers and beers, has been Uncle Jonah. We'll see you tomorrow.